And the last, so sovereignty, vitality, unity, creativity, clarity, thrivability is the last one, which is kind of ties in with sustainability, as a lot of people call it, but I just don't think that sustaining is good enough. We can't just keep doing the same and not getting worse. I think we need to be getting better and better every year. The water should be getting cleaner every year as we do things. Humans should be advancing in all these ways constantly. Everything should be thriving. That's how the world has been for, aside from the dips when things go wrong. Like, it's mostly lots of thriving and then a change because something wasn't quite right, and then lots of thriving and a change, and but that is probably the biggest step that a lot of us have to focus on. Living in houses, having electricity, all this stuff. We're so disconnected from nature in just about every way. And so there's a lot of steps that can be taken there to make it happen. From, eating organic, local fruits and veggies is a big step towards that. That means that you're not contributing to pesticides and herbicides being put in the ground. It means you're not contributing to people driving cross-country in semis to deliver food, pouring oil all over the place. You're removing those aspects just by making yourself healthier. And the same with, meditating and yoga, any of these things. You're putting good energy out there into the world. If you're being mindful and you're doing yoga, you're going to have more interest in going out into nature as well.
Absolutely.
If you're not just focusing on work and video games and drinking or whatever all the time, you're going to spend more time out in nature, appreciating it and getting back to it and realizing what a powerful force it is.
And celebrating with it, really.
Exactly, yeah. Realizing that the planet is your mother. The planet is you. The planet is our whole reality. Like, there are a few people who have gone into space, but for the most, for the majority of the human race, the Earth is our entire ant farm. We don't leave it. We don't have any way to escape. None of us can just, jump to the moon all of a sudden. Even if you could get out, it would take years of planning and preparation and stuff. It's like, this is what we have. This is what's there for us to experience. And there's so many aspects to it, from mountains to canyons to forests to deserts. There's, no matter what it is that you want, silence or rushing waters or, extreme hot, extreme cold, physical challenges like hiking, whatever you want, the Earth has it for you. You just have to figure out where it is. And the more that we respect that and help protect that, the more it has to offer us.
Yes.
And the more, we're not leaving a planet that's dying to our kids.
Right.
And their kids. And, that's the big thing in, most cultures until now, was looking generations before and generations after, and how what they did affected you and how what you're doing is going to affect them. And I think that's something we need to come back to, is looking forward. What is this going to do? Not just, it's cheaper for me to buy this part that's made in China, but so that's now been flown or taken by boat from China to here, where it was made in a really unclean factory by some kids who were suffering, putting suffering out into the universe. And then you got it for a little bit cheaper, but instead of your money going to someone local who's doing good work and would have charged you a bit more because they have to, your money goes to some evil billionaire jackasses who are out there putting more negativity into the world. It's just those little pieces everywhere. And I think to sum all of that up, it's all about looking at every step as a victory. Looking at every step as a major change. People see all these things that they're supposed to do to make their life better. Somebody who's living very much in the corporate government mentality, and it's like, it can be overwhelming. I'm supposed to do all this stuff with my diet, and I can't watch these things, and I can't do this and that and this and that. Just start with one thing. Pick one thing that you think will really make a difference and do it. Make it a habit. After a couple months, it's a habit, and you don't have to think about it anymore. And then you pick one more thing. And each of those things is not only getting you closer to your end goal of, this perfect world or this perfect you, but it's a victory as well. And it's all momentum. You take one step and everything else is momentum from there.
Yeah. Beautiful.